Controlled Chaos here. I want to talk to the No Man's Sky players who are worried that No Man's Sky might be coming to an end soon, and what to do at that point. Now, I'm one of those that doesn't believe that No Man's Sky is coming to an end soon. I think it's going to have several more years on it. And I think that's really, really good. I don't see it going anywhere. I do see maybe the updates slowing down some. But if I'm wrong, here are a couple games coming out soon that could feed the need you have, depending on the type of playstyle you're looking for. First, I want to talk about those who like the base building, the exploring a little bit, and the combat and survival mechanics. Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening is being made by Funcom, and it's based in the Dune franchise. So if you like Dune, I think you'll really, really like this. It's got a lot to it. It's got the survivability mechanics. You're dealing with water and heat instead of hunger and things like that, or any other type of mechanics they put in for survivability. Like No Man's Sky, we don't have the hunger capability. We have the hazardous environments of the different planets. Sometimes, yes, it is heat. So you'll have that in Dune Awakening. Plus, there's the base building. The base building in this is really good because, well, the developers that are making this game also made Conan Exiles. And it has good base building that we're used to in No Man's Sky. The great thing is there's one step up on this base building. And that is you can create a blueprint of the base you built. And that's really, really nice. And there's a reason this is done. And that is because on Araxis, the sandstorms wipe everything out and redo the terrain, which is where the exploring comes in. You may be in the same zones and same areas because there's like maybe 3 or 4 different zones. But a lot of those zones that are covered in sand are going to change every so often. So you're going to have to re-explore because there will be dunes where there weren't dunes. There will be uncovered ancient sites that happen and stuff like that, which causes a lot to happen. Now, if you like combat, Dune Awakening has combat, and it's more interactive. It's a third-person shooter combat, but if you use the scope, it goes first-person shooter. On top of that, there's combined arms combat. For those of you that don't know what combined arms combat is ground vehicles, foot troops, and air vehicles all fighting one another at the same time. If you want to get a feel for that, go play PlanetSide 2 or any of the Battlefield games really have the combined arms feel. But you want the big, massive battles, you want to play PlanetSide 2. But back on to Dune Awakening. There's also crafting. And there is modular crafting and putting modules into vehicles and stuff like that to really enhance your equipment in really nice ways. So that's really great. And No Man's Sky players, I think, will find a lot of fun in that. There's also harvesting. And that will carry over in the fun fact if you like to go out and harvest things to build up your base and stuff like that. And that is slated to go into early access in early 2025. So we're really close to getting access to that. It's not going to be a finished product. So don't expect the graphics to be the best. Don't expect it to be very little bugs or it having all the features. There may be some features missing and stuff like that because it's early access. They're still developing the game. It is not going to be fully polished at that point, but it gives you an option in case development of No Man's Sky doesn't continue into 2025. Another game I want to mention is Stars Reach. For those of you that are into space exploration and into base building and a bit of the combat and harvesting and stuff like that, Stars Reach is the game for you. And it's got more of an RPG element to it in the fact that you have stats on stuff and things like that. But that's all done in crafting. Everything will be made by players for the good stuff. And I really like that. And the reason I say this and know this is because the developers have straight out said this. In fact, the head developer was one of the main developers on Star Wars Galaxies that came up with the crafting system, that came up with the housing system, and things like that. And they want to continue that on. And that's really nice. I like that. I'm excited for that because it's a classless system. So you literally choose what skills you want and go that direction. And then on top of that, there's the base building that you can do, which looks like it feels a lot like what we see in No Man's Skies, Conan Exiles, and a lot of these survival games. We get that kind of feel from the crafting direction of bases that they're doing here. Whether or not there will be a blueprint system, I have no idea. I'm hoping it will, because of the way the economy is player-based. This would cause an economy for architects to build bases, save the blueprints, and then sell those blueprints off. And so that'd be really, really nice. That'd be fun. The exploration is going to be great because you're not just on one planet. In this, they stated that they plan to have like 1,000 planets and go from there. And that's really good. I'm pretty sure a lot of those are going to be procedurally generated, but hey, you play No Man's Sky. You're used to procedurally generated stuff. So that's not going to be a downside for you. The graphics are a little bit lighter by the looks of it, but once again, this is in the alpha stages. They have already started alpha and started inviting players in. And if you want to try to get into the game, look in the description down below. I have a link for you to go to sign up to test the game for Stars Reach. It's going to be a very fun game. The great thing is that if you have an entertainer, they'll buff things like that. You can, be a doctor, you can be a ship crafter, you can be a weapons crafter, you can be an armors crafter, you can be melee combat, you can be ranged combat, and things like that. That'll be really, really fun. And that's really nice. On top of that, you know how in No Man's Sky we have those automatic harvesters? Well, they're gonna have that in Stars Reach also. So if you're the type of person that likes to get a lot of resources but doesn't want to be out there all the time manually harvesting, you'll have that capability in Stars Reach, which is nice. Now, how spaceships are going to work, I have no idea. They really haven't touched on that, but they do hold what are called these fireside chats every couple of Saturdays where they talk to the players, the people interested in the game on their Discord. And I've actually been in some and asked some questions, and they're really, really good. In fact, there's as of this recording, this next Saturday, they're going to have a fireside chat where they talk to you more. And I like that. I like that they're being engaging. I like the fact that they're taking the fun stuff that I liked in Star Wars Galaxies and putting it into this game. It is my most highly anticipated game that I'm excited for coming out. That's a sci-fi space game. And so there's no full release date on that yet, but with them already inviting people in to play, they're in the alpha stages. So we could see this maybe sometime in 2025, 2026. I think at the latest would be 2027. But it is there. It is being worked on. And I'm really excited for both of these games because they will feed a bit of that feel for No Man's Sky in my eyes. Let me know which game interests you, or if neither of them interest you, in the comments down below, and have a great day.